Hello, welcome to your practice today. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I'm happy to have you. A few reminders before we get moving. One is that my playlist will be in the notes, so you can follow along with the music if you'd like. The other is a reminder that if you'd like to donate to keep these classes going and to keep them open, that would be greatly appreciated. All the information about that is also below in the notes for this video. So thank you so much. That being said, you can let yourself settle in, get comfortable. If you want to take something under your hips for a little bit of support, feel free. And some of us have an idea about what karma is, right? And I think for most of us, our idea of karma is kind of this like popular idea of karma is like what goes around comes around, right? If we do something bad, bad things come back to us. If we do something good, good things come back to us. And there is an element of that, but karma really means action. Yeah, the actions that we do, the actions that we put out into the world. And actually, in the Upanishads, it says instead of those who do good things get good things, it actually says those who do good become good, and those who do bad become bad. So while our actions are affecting those around us, they're also affecting ourselves. And it makes us wonder, how can we become responsible? Or how can we act responsibly? How can we become responsible for our actions? And that starts, or it can start, right here on the mat. There's a quote from Thich Nhat Hanh: "Every thought you produce, anything you say, any action you do, it bears your signature." So it's not just actions, it's not just words, it begins with our thoughts. So my invitation for you today on the mat is, can your thoughts be thoughts that you would want to send out into the world, be thoughts that you would want to bring back towards yourself? Can our actions be filled with intention? Can our breath be filled with intention? So I invite you to keep that in mind as we practice today. And I'll go take my seat. If the hands want to connect in a prayer at the heart, feel free. And taking a few deep breaths here, each breath filled with intention. Each thought, a thought that we would want to send out into the world, a thought that we would want to come back to ourselves. And we'll begin our practice with one Om, inhaling deeply. The hands can come down to find the knees, and the eyes can close or remain closed, or maybe the gaze is soft. And we'll start to take some circles with the upper body, reaching the chest forward, around to one side, to the back, and to the other side. Circling around. And these circles can be as big or as small as you need, as feels good in your body. And we can start to circle it in the opposite direction. Bringing the spine back through center. If the eyes are closed, the eyes can flutter open. And we'll step the feet onto the floor in front of us, bringing the hands down behind us. We can kind of sink back into those arms a little bit and give the knees a gentle sway from side to side. We'll let both knees melt all the way over to the left side for a stargazer, pressing into the left hand, sweeping the right arm back, inhaling. With a breath out, allowing the hips to melt down to the floor. Keeping the left leg bent, we'll take that left ankle, cross it above the right thigh. Keeping the foot flexed, right arm to the sky, breathing in. Right fingers touch down behind us. Left hand finds the sole of the left foot. And by pressing the foot and the hand together, we spiral back over the right shoulder. Breathing in and breathing out. One more deep breath here. And we'll release the twist. Both hands come down behind us, stepping both feet onto the mat. Inhaling with an exhale, floating the hips to the sky for an altar pose. Big breath in and hips softening to the floor, breathing out. And we'll take those knees for another sway from side to side. A little massage of the outer hips on the earth. And letting both knees fall over to the right for stargazer. Right hand down, left arm stretching back over the ear. Exhaling, hips to the floor. Keeping the right leg bent, we cross the right ankle above the left knee. Keeping the feet flexed, left arm high, breathing in. Hand touches down behind us, right hand to right foot. And we'll press those 2 points together, spiraling back over the left shoulder. Breathing in and breathing out. One more inhale here with an exhale, gently releasing, feet stepping down, hands stepping down, breath in. One more time, sweeping the hips to the sky with an exhale. Big breath in, hips melting down, breathing out. And we'll come out onto hands and knees, crawling over the ankles or swinging the legs around. And right away, we'll tuck the toes and sweep the hips up and back for downward facing dog. Give yourself some time to stretch out here in this downward facing dog, shifting, adjusting as needed. Big breath in here, and with an exhale, allowing the breath to deepen, allowing the body to find a little stillness. With an inhale, the right foot reaches back and up toward the sky. Knee to the nose, hovering everything in. Stretching it back up, three-leg dog, inhaling. Knee to the nose, palms press the floor away. One more time, backing up, inhaling. Knee to the nose, exhaling. Now we'll take that right ankle, cross it above the left knee, finding that figure four. The hands might walk back a little bit, shortening our stance. Bending the left knee and pressing into the palms, sending the hips up and back. On an inhale, right knee draws forward to the nose, and we step it back downward facing dog. Exhaling. Rolling out long to a plank pose, breathing in. Child's pose, knees touch down, softening back to the heels. Breathing in, breathing out. Glancing forward at the fingertips, we'll slide right through into a baby cobra, heart reaching forward. And then pressing back through all fours, downward facing dog. Exhaling. With a breath in, the left foot stretches back and up. Knee to the nose, drawing in. Exhaling. Sending the left foot high, inhaling. Knee to the nose, draw it in, breath out. One more time, left foot high, breathing in. Knee to the nose, belly lifts. And we cross that left ankle over the right knee, making our figure four shape. Feel free to walk the hands back a step so we can really bend that right knee, sending the hips back and up. Inhaling, knee to the nose, down dog. Exhaling. Plank pose, big breath in, this time knees to the earth, toes point, heart reaching forward as we draw the elbows in, lowering to the earth. Baby cobra, heart stretches forward, downward facing dog. Breathing out. Big breath in here. With an exhale, letting the knees soften, and we take our time to crawl the feet to the top of the mat. Arriving, soft knees, heavy head. Breathing in deeply here. With an exhale, hips heavy, navel to spine, rolling, unraveling the spine. With a breath in, the arms sweep high for a prayer. Hands travel through the heart and we find Tadasana, releasing the arms. And we're going to play with a rainbow warrior, sending the arms to the sky. With an exhale, the right foot steps to the back of the mat, flexing the left toes and allowing the arms to swing back. Stepping it up for a high prayer, both arms to the sky. Hands to the heart, exhaling. We'll take the other side, arms up, breathing in. This time left foot steps back, flexing the right toes, letting the arms reach back. Stretching it high for a prayer, inhaling. Hands find the heart, exhaling, and we'll release Tadasana. We'll take those rainbow warriors into our sun salutations, arms high, breath in. Right foot steps back for our rainbow, flexing the left toes. Arms to the sky, rising up, high prayer. Folding all the way over, exhaling. Right foot steps back to a lunge, breath in. Downward facing dog, breath out. We roll out to plank, inhale. Straight legs or bent legs, we lower to the mat, breathing out. Heart forward, cobra, breath in. Downward facing dog, breath out. Right foot stretches high, inhaling. Foot between the hands, exhaling. Left foot steps forward, long spine. Melting over the legs, heavy head. Arms high, Urdhva Hastasana. Hands connect to the heart, breathing out. Arms reaching up, breath in. Left foot steps back for a rainbow, right toes flex. Arms reaching high for a prayer, feet together, forward fold. Head is heavy. Left foot slides back, breath in. Down dog with an exhale. Plank pose, shoulders over the wrists, again straighter bent legs, we lower all the way down. Toes point, rising, breath in. Downward facing dog, breath out. Left foot floats, inhaling. Stepping forward, exhaling. Right foot forward, halfway lift. Releasing, heavy head. Arms high, breathing in. Hands find the heart, Samastitihi. Arms rising, Urdhva Hastasana. Right foot steps back, rainbow, left toes flex. Arms to the sky, sweeping it high. Forward fold, exhale. Right foot back, low lunge. Down dog. Breathing out. Plank pose. Shoulders forward, lowering half or all the way down. Heart reaches forward, up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Breath out. Right leg high, inhaling. Footsteps forward, exhaling. Left foot forward, long spine. Let it release, heavy head. Arms reaching high, breathing in. Hands find the heart, breathing out. Sweeping it up, inhaling. Left foot steps back, right toes flex. Arms sweeping high, big breath in. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Exhale. Left foot slides back, heart forward. Down dog with a breath out. Plank pose, heart reaching forward, lowering half or all the way down. Heart slides forward, up dog or cobra. Down dog, back ribs lift. Left foot high, breathing in. Foot stepping forward, exhaling. Right foot forward, halfway lift. Let it fold, heavy head. Arms high, breath in. Hands find the heart, breath out. Reaching it high, inhale. Right foot steps back, rainbow warrior. Arms to the sky, high prayer. Bowing forward, exhaling. Right foot steps back, inhale. This time it's plank pose. Chaturanga Dandasana, or to the earth. Lifting the heart, breath in. Down dog, breathing out. And we'll stay here for a nice long inhale. Emptying the lungs. Softening the knees. Looking forward, stepping or hopping the feet to the top of the mat. Long spine, breath in. Releasing, exhaling. Arms high, big breath in. This time left foot steps back, rainbow. Exhale. Sweep it high for a prayer, breathing in. Folding forward, breathing out. Left foot back, inhale. Heart forward, stepping directly to Chaturanga, exhale. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, heart rises. Down dog, breathing out. Right away, softening the knees. Looking forward, stepping or floating the feet to meet the hands. Long spine, breathing in. Exhale, fold it forward. Arms to the sky, breathing in. Hands through the heart will rest in Tadasana for a breath. Letting the knees bend over the toes, hips sliding back and down. Utkatasana, chair pose. Feeling the weight of the hips, of the heels, a sense of lightness through the heart, through the fingertips. One more breath in. Exhale, bow it down. Spine long, inhaling. Bending the knees, planting the palms, stepping to plank or hopping right back to Chaturanga. We float through a vinyasa. Inhale, right foot to the sky. Knee to the nose, drawing forward. Finding that figure four, crossing the right ankle, sending the hips up and back. Knee to the nose, and we step the foot forward, Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2 pose. Left heel down, arms cartwheel open. Now feeling yourself land right in between those two legs. So we're not reaching forward, we're not reaching back, we find ourselves right in the middle. Flipping the palms for peaceful warrior, right arm high. Shifting back for rainbow, left knee bends, flexing the right toes. One more peaceful, right knee bends, right arm scoops high. Hands circle down to the floor. Step it back through plank, through vinyasa. Left foot rises, inhaling. Drawing the knee in toward the nose. Figure 4, left ankle crosses over the right thigh. Knee to the nose, and we step the foot forward, spinning the back heel down, up and around. Warrior 2. Reminding ourselves about the right side of our body, rooting through the right foot, extending through the right fingertips, Flipping the palms, left ribs peel open, peaceful. Rainbow warrior, right knee bends, drawing the arms back. Peaceful, left knee bends, sweeping the left arm high. Cartwheel it down, step it back, let it float. Again, right foot rises, breathing in, knee to the nose, drawing it in. Figure 4, hips back and up. Knee to the nose, step that foot forward, warrior 2. Peaceful, right arm tips to the sky. Rainbow warrior, left knee bends, drawing it back. Parallel the right toes. Let the arms reach long, finding a long, flat back. And with an exhale, let the hands release to the floor, head heavy. Prasarita Padottanasana. Pressing into the 2 feet, let the arms sweep up for a high prayer. Right toes turn forward, arms open wide, and we shift to a triangle pose. Right hand to the right shin, left arm to the sky. Long and easy through the neck, breath in. With an exhale, the right knee bends, elbow touches down to the thigh, or maybe the fingertips come to the earth as the left arm stretches long over the ear. Extended side angle. Feeling the left toes rooting down, that connection to the earth. Hands come down, framing the right foot. Planting the left palm, we step the right foot on top of the left foot for side plank. Getting really light through that right outer hip. If the left knee needs to come down, let that left knee support you. With an exhale, right hand down under the shoulder, we lower, exhale, drawing the heart forward and floating the hips high. Left leg high, inhaling, knee to the nose, exhaling. Find that figure 4, sending the hips high. Knee to the nose, foot between the hands, back heel down, up and around. Warrior 2. Peaceful, left arm high. Shifting back, rainbow. We turn the left toes parallel, arms extend wide. This time, hands behind the back, interlacing the fingers, and with a breath out, letting the head melt toward the earth. One more big inhale. With an exhale, gently releasing the hands to the mat. Rising up to stand, high prayer. Turning the left toes forward, arms wide. Trikonasana, left hand to the shin. Right arm floats high. Feeling the width across the chest, across the heart. Reaching out through both arms. One more big inhale. Exhale, left knee bends. Elbow to the thigh or fingers to the earth as the right arm reaches long. Bottom ribs spiraling up into the top ribs. One more inhale. Hands come down, framing the left foot, planting the right palm for side plank, left arm stretching high. Maybe the eyes start to turn up toward the left fingertips. Inhaling deeply. Exhale, take it toward the mat. Heart lifts, breath in. Down dog. Exhaling. And there's a few deep breaths here in downward facing dog. On a breath in, the right foot floats high. Stepping the foot forward between the hands, walk that left foot in just a step, shortening our stance. And from the earth, we take off. Virabhadrasana 3, Warrior 3 pose. Fingertips reaching back as the crown of the head stretches forward. Left knee to the chest, arms sweeping to the sky. And we take the hands to that left knee, drawing it up and in toward the heart. Option 1 is we stay here, we hold onto our knee, and we experiment and play with the balance. Option 2 is we take a peace sign with our left fingers, catching the big toe. We'll all send the right arm to the sky. And if you have the toe, you have the option of extending the leg forward. See if that left leg can stay directly in front of the left hip. So we find a sense of parallel. Releasing the foot high prayer, feet together, arms to the sky. Exhaling chair pose, softening the hips down and back. Big inhale here. With an exhale, the hands connect at the heart. And we take a twist, left elbow over the right thigh, lifting the heart into the thumbs. One more big breath in. Looking down at the floor, left hand touches down, left foot steps all the way back, and we sweep the right arm to the sky for a low lunge twist. Breathing in. Exhaling, right hand down. Walking the fingertips forward, shifting onto the right foot, and allowing the left leg to reach high. Standing split. Looking back at those left toes, seeing if they can direct down toward the earth. Breath in. With an exhale, both knees bend. Left knee hooks in behind the right foot, and we bring the hips all the way down to the earth. Feel free to stay here, or feel free to straighten the left leg if that helps you find the hips on the mat. Arms high, breathing in. Right fingers down behind us, left elbow hooks over the thigh, and we spiral back for our seated spinal twist. With an exhale, gently releasing, hands over to the left. Rolling up to sit, keeping this right knee bent, we'll place the left foot on the mat, creating a figure 4 shape here. Walking the hands a little bit closer in, lifting the crown of the head. And feeling a little bit of opening the outside of that right hip. If it's ever too much, feel free to walk the hands back a little bit. That will take a little bit of the intensity out of the hip opening. We'll make sure that the fingers are facing forward, keeping this figure 4 shape, pressing into the left foot, letting the hips float to the sky. And with an exhale, softening the hips back down to the earth. Keeping the cross, we'll send both legs out long. So we have a cross leg Navasana. Feel free to keep the hands on the mat, or maybe the arms extend. One more breath in. Exhale, bending the knees, hands touch down, and we make our way back, maybe through a vinyasa, maybe stepping back, downward facing dog. A few deep breaths in your down dog. Breathing in left leg high. Footsteps forward between the hands. Walking the back foot in just a step, and we take off into our warrior three pose. Feeling that right outer hip spiraling downward just a little bit. Allowing the right inner thigh to get a little bit lighter. Knee to the chest, arms to the sky, floating up tall. Hands find the knee, and we can draw that knee in, releasing the hip flexor. Option to stay here. Option to yogi toe lock, right peace sign around the big toe. Left arm floats to the sky, and maybe the right leg extends forward. Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana, hand to big toe pose. With an exhale, feet step together, arms to the sky, high prayer. Exhale, sitting back into our chair pose. Breathing in here. Hands find the heart, and we twist to the left with an exhale. Feeling the crown of the head and the tailbone moving away from one another, creating space in the spine. Looking down toward the toes, right hand down, right foot slides all the way back, left arm to the sky. Peeling open for that low lunge twist. Top hand down. Give the hands a walk forward and shifting into standing split. Maybe give the head a little shake out here. Making sure there's no holding, no tension in the neck or the jaw. Bending both knees, the right knee tucks in behind the left foot, sending the hips all the way back and down to the floor. Option to stay here or to straighten the right leg. Arms to the sky, big breath in. And with an exhale, left fingertips touch down. Right elbow hooks over the thigh. Big inhale. Exhale, releasing hands over to the right. Soft fold. Rolling up to sit. Keeping this figure four shape, placing the right foot on the mat, and we'll walk the hands in toward the pelvis. Starting to find some opening, or a little bit more opening in the outside of that right hip. Turning the fingers so that they're facing the front of the mat. Big breath in here, planting into the right foot and the hands sweeping up for a figure 4 altar shape. On an exhale, hips softening back down. And we'll keep the left leg on top as we send the legs out long for our cross Leg Navasana. Either fingertips stay on the floor or the arms can reach long. Feeling the inner thighs drawing in toward one another. Breathing in. Crossing the ankles, hands touch down. We take it back through one final vinyasa or straight back, downward facing dog. Breathing in and softening to child's pose on a breath out. A few deep breaths here in your child's pose. Allowing the softness to come over the body, the breath, the intentions, the thoughts. With a breath in, the hands crawl back, rolling it up to sit. And we let the hips come down to the mat, sending the legs forward. We'll roll all the way down onto our backs. Feet stepping on the mat, feet about as wide as our sitting bones. Hands down by our sides, breathing in deeply. And with an exhale, the tailbone tilts to the sky. We start to roll up into a bridge pose. Hands might come behind the back, interlacing the fingers, walking the shoulder blades together, and letting the heart float toward the sky. Feeling the balls of the big toes grounding into the earth, engaging the inner thighs. One more big breath in here, and if the hands are interlaced, releasing the fingers, we'll roll all the way down to the earth. Keeping the feet where they are, giving the knees a little rock from side to side. Good, bringing it back through center. We'll find one more back bend here. So maybe it's another bridge pose. Maybe you want to take the hands next to the head and extend into a full wheel. It's your choice. Breathing in deeply. Exhaling, lifting the hips to the sky. If you're in full wheel, chin to the chest. If you're in bridge, releasing the hands. And we'll all take our time to roll back down to the earth. Again, keeping the feet on the mat, giving the knees a gentle sway, right to left. Bringing the knees through center. Walking the feet apart so they're about as wide as the mat. And you can allow the knees to fall in so that they're supporting one another. If it feels good, maybe one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly here. And if it's comfortable for you, maybe allowing the eyes to close. Walking the feet back together, knees pointing to the sky. We can draw the knees in toward the chest, giving it a little squeeze in. Floating the feet to the sky, maybe shaking out the legs a little bit. And we'll move into our figure 4 again, crossing the right ankle above the left knee. Reaching through to catch the back of the thigh, letting the left knee bend. And we'll draw that whole shape in toward the chest. Noticing if the shoulders are tensing up. Seeing if the shoulder blades can stay heavy on the earth behind you. We'll release that figure 4, sending both feet up to the sky. One more time, maybe there's a little shake out through the legs, shake out through the hips. We'll move to the second side. Left ankle crosses onto the right thigh. Reaching through to find the back of the right thigh, letting the right leg relax. And drawing the whole shape in toward the chest. On a breath in, the right foot stretches back up to the sky, staying holding on to the back of the right thigh, pressing into the hands with that right leg, and we roll all the way up to sit. Keeping this figure 4 shape, maybe we take the right hand back, left hand to the sole of the foot, and find our twist. Maybe we can bring that left elbow into the sole of the left foot, finding a prayer with the hands as we twist back over that right shoulder. Gently releasing that twist, sending the leg out. And we'll switch sides here, crossing the right ankle. Maybe left fingers touch down, right hand finds the sole of the foot. Maybe that right elbow comes into the sole of the right foot, prayering the hands to find our twist. Releasing the twist, we'll send the right leg out to meet the left leg. Sitting up high on the sitting bones, maybe wiggle back and forth a little bit, make sure you can feel those bones on the earth. Inhaling, And we'll start to tip to the fronts of the sitting bones, walking the hands forward, extending through the spine, breathing in, and allowing the upper body to find a little bit of softness with a breath out. Hashimotonasana. With a breath in, we roll all the way up to sit. And bringing yourself to a comfortable seat, whatever that is for you. Maybe taking some support under the hips, allowing the hands to rest to the knees. And again, maybe the eyes close, maybe the focus shifts down to the earth. We just take a few moments to sit, to find this intentional stillness. Allowing the focus to rest on something, whether it is the breath, or whether it's a certain place in the body. Feel free to stay in this seat if you'd like to stay here longer. Otherwise, you can take your time to melt yourself back into Shavasana. breath can start to deepen. The fingers and the toes can start to find a little movement. As you're ready, allowing the feet to step onto the floor. Rolling softly onto the right side. And we'll meet sitting, allowing the hands to connect in front of the heart. And we'll seal this practice with Om, inhaling deeply. Thank you so much for your practice. Namaste.